Howdy guys, Cub here. Welcome back to Hermitcraft. Last time we worked on the Nether Wart farm as well as completing some challenges. Today we're going to start off by coming out here to the bricklayers and we need to pick up some bricks because today we will be constructing the Deadquarters HQ. So we're going to grab some mossy stone bricks, just a couple of them. Also going to need some regular stone bricks, which these haven't really sold throughout the season, so we're just going to use these for the Deadquarters base. And we have a few mossy cobblestone which we'll need. So let's go ahead and head on out to the Deadquarters base area in the far reaches of the world. There is somebody going through there, it looks like. So that's cool. But let's just go ahead and head on to the Nether here. And I'll meet you guys out at the swamp biome. Look at this, guys. We got Asuma, the champion of the people, already putting into work to get this building constructed. It's going to be an awesome Deadquarters headquarters right here. Deadquarters headquarters? Or just the dead... I think it's just the Deadquarters. So, yeah, we might as well just go ahead and help him out a little bit here. Get to work here a little bit. And, yeah, start to construct this Deadquarters HQ. Alright guys, so from that brief time lapse, you can see we got a little bit of the front of this undead or Deadquarters base done. So yeah, this is starting to come together a little bit. This right here is actually the front entrance. This bit right here. So yeah, this is where we're gonna like walk into the building here, which should be pretty cool. The back side, assuming I was actually able to get done the back side, which is a little bit simpler than the front side is going to be. The front side is going to have like big cascading windows and a big entrance here, and a little bit more block variation than the back side, but yeah, still good to have the back side of this, I guess, mansion is what we'll call it. Yeah, Deadquarters mansion complete. So yeah, good to assume we got that done. And yeah, I think next step is we're going to go ahead and work on the front of this. We're going to get some cyan terracotta because we want to put in the very first part of the windows, which are going to go like right here where these steps are, except back one block, so like on that block right there essentially. And then we need some more black concrete powder to build up some variation between the windows. And then the holes, in case you saw those, the holes here, these things, are all going to have like water flowing out of them. And then the water's going to like cascade down here and then down to the swamp below. So it should be pretty cool. Similar to what we have down here with some of these water sources like this one already. So yeah, should be pretty cool. Anyways, let's go get some terracotta. Let's keep working on this Deadquarters HQ. What the heck is this? What the heck is this? So I went to bricklayers, picked up a few extra cracked stone bricks, a few extra stone bricks. We also got some yellow terracotta, which we're going to re-dye into cyan. And I come back to this at Concorp. What the heck is this? There's a villager over here. And there's a whole bunch of orange terracotta around the fountain for some reason. Okay, well, there's a sign that says E right here. Okay. What? What the heck is this? It's a giant upside down carrot. What the heck? Alright, I think I get it now. It says, Dear Cone Corpse. The dead should not trap the living. It is a violation of natural and supernatural law. Please stay in your lane. Love, at Joe Hills. Thank you, Joe Hills. So this, it looks like, is a giant, like, traffic cone. Like one of those orange traffic cones. Like how it gets, really flat at the bottom to provide a stable base to it. And then it, goes up in like a conical shape, a cone shape, up to the top, where it comes to a point, pretty much. So, yeah, that makes more sense. It's a traffic cone. So thank you, Joe Hills, I guess, for providing us with this magnificent artwork, this magnificent cone piece. I do appreciate it. And I want to take this opportunity to thank Joe for making the song Take Me Away via Subspace, or writing the song Take Me Away via Subspace, one of the best songs of this whole season, in my opinion. I'm just going to start taking this thing down, because we don't want a giant traffic cone in our base. Do appreciate the effort put into this cone, though, by Joe. But yeah, Take Me Away via Subspace, written by Joe Hills, performed by Sean Hills, his brother. One of the best songs that we've had on Hermitcraft this season. Really a great song that can be interpreted in a number of different ways, and it is perhaps one of my favorites of this whole season. So I just want to say thank you to Joe for providing us with that beauty. And if you guys don't know, you can actually listen to this song, Take Me Away via Subspace. It's on pretty much any music platform that you can imagine. Definitely would recommend it. Definitely would recommend it. So thank you, Joe, for the cone. We're going to take this thing down, though. And we're coming for you, Joe. We're coming for you.
In the park, though, send me away via Subspace. Chat me a line or two. Because though we grow distantly, relativistically, I'm coming home to you.
Alright guys, so the big cone is now taken down. It took about a shulker box full of orange terracotta, so we got that we can resell back to the hermits after Joe so kindly gifted us the cone here of orange terracotta. And we also picked up some more blocks for the Deadquarters. We got our cyan terracotta, more stone bricks, some gray concrete, and some more cracked stone bricks, as well as some other blocks and things. So hopefully this can help us complete the Deadquarters base, so let's go ahead and head back out there and see if we can finish it up. Ladies and gentlemen, the Deadquarters base has arisen. Check it out. So, this is what it's looking like. We got a giant mansion up here on the floating island now, which I think looks pretty great. We went with like a dead theme, so a lot of gray, a lot of black, a lot of light gray, similar to, you know, us with the gray skins. So, yeah, we're all gray, and so the building is gray as well. So, that's basically why it is made out of primarily stone bricks and other grayish blocks like, you know, gray concrete, cyan terracotta, etc. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. It has a really cool shape, and I think it fits nicely up here on top of this floating island here. So yeah, that is what the Deadquarters base looks like. Now obviously nothing on the inside of this quite yet, but we'll get there. So that is the exterior done, and I believe Asuma was in here. Let's see. Is he still in here? Maybe? I hear him. I can't see him. Asuma! Where's he at? Oh, there he is. He's over here. He's trying to get some of the floor done, I think. Yeah. He's there placing blocks. Trust me, it's Asuma. He's shifting. He's hiding. He's hiding from me. There he is. Hello, Asuma. Alright, so yeah, Asuma's in here working on the floor a little bit, so we're going to try and get that done so we have a place to actually, you know, stand. Kind of important. Obviously, we have a lot of space vertically. I'm not sure how much you guys can see in here because it's quite dark on the upper echelon of this, but there's not a whole lot of space left to right, but there is a lot of space up and down vertically. So, yeah, we'll try and make a nice floor in here, and then hopefully get some stuff on the inside of this, get some different rooms in here, and make this a cool Deadquarters base. Alright guys, so we got ourselves a Deadquarters base now rising up in the swamp area, and we're now back here at Concorp because we want to make a new farm today as well. So we're going to head on down. You guys recall last time we made a new Nether Wart farm, which is doing mighty fine right here. So yeah, this is looking pretty spiffy. You see all the Nether Wart obviously fully grown at this point because yeah, we've been in this area and it's been growing up as we've been, you know, just walking around here and trading with the villagers and doing all sorts of stuff. So that's one of the farms we needed to make. We need to make another farm over here though, and that is going to be the cocoa bean farm. Obviously just a wall right there, but we're going to dig out a large area back here because we want to make a little cocoa bean farm. Now I know there's already cocoa bean farms on the server, but I've come up with a design that I think you guys might find somewhat interesting. So yeah, let me just go ahead and dig out a large area here and we'll talk about the farm itself. So we got our cocoa bean farm area dug out here. So this is going to be roughly the size of the cocoa bean farm right here. Probably is a little bit bigger than it needs to be, but oh well, it should be fine. So we also have a tunnel back here that's going to go to the Nether Wart farm, which is pretty cool. Also, I have now realized that I actually used the wrong terracotta here. This is actually black terracotta when it should be gray terracotta. So we'll have to swap out all this black terracotta for gray terracotta once we finish up this cocoa bean farm. But yeah, speaking of the cocoa bean farm, we're going to build the mechanism for this cocoa bean farm first because we actually are going to need a rail line underneath these blocks I'm standing on right here. Because this cocoa bean farm is not going to be like the other cocoa bean farms, you know? It's not going to be like you plant and then hit a button. We want to just only have to plant, and then everything else will be done for us. So basically, with this farm, we're going to be able to plant cocoa beans, leave the area, and then when we come back, we'll have more cocoa beans than we started with in a chest already collected for us. That's going to be awesome. So let me go ahead and make the mechanism here first, and I'll show you guys how the farm works. Alright guys, so we got ourselves a working cocoa bean farm now, so take a look. This is it. So just a little bit of redstone here, a little bit of a counter here with this dropper bit, and we also have some leaf stone down at this other end. So yeah, let me just show you. So I've already planted down some cocoa beans here, all along both sides of this jungle log bit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place down a cocoa bean right here. Now pay careful attention to this dropper right here. Whenever I place down a cocoa bean here, you'll see that this decreases by 1. Alright? And then if we go ahead and artificially grow it up, like that, it's now at 1 granite left. And now, when I hit this with bone meal again, and when it grows up, watch what happens. There we go. So, all the cocoa beans broke. They're now all ready to be collected by, let's say, a hopper minecart underneath here. And the system has also reset. So we have 3 granite now over here. So I can just show you that one more time. If I place this down, there you go. Granite has gone down to 2, and it goes actually up to this area here and with this dropper right there. So that's where it's going to. So we have a little bit of like a counter system here. That's basically all you need to detect this. And then we hit it again. Goes down to 1. There it is. And then once it's fully mature, it breaks. And then everything drops off. So that's basically how it works. So what this means is this is a farm where we can just simply plant down all of our cocoa bean and plant down a cocoa bean here and then leave the area. And when we come back, everything should be collected via hopper minecart we're going to put down, and we're going to hook it up to this thing, which basically activates when the dropper is empty, i.e. when this cocoa bean matures and when the logs move back and forth. So that's going to be what sends the hopper minecart collecting. So then once we come back here, we'll have more cocoa beans than we started with, as well as yeah, all the area where the cocoa beans were, that'll be able to be replanted again. So should be pretty great. Should be pretty great. So anyways, now all we have to do to expand this is simply do this. So 2 observers, and then a piston, and then the same thing on this side. So 2 observers, 1, 2, piston, and then all we need here, of course, we need the jungle logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Done. So there we have it, guys, a cocoa bean farm that can be super easily built and expanded upon, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to expand this cocoa bean farm so that we have probably, maybe 7, 8 of these rafters here, of these log segments here. I think that'd be a good amount, and that would put us at about this section here, so that way we have room for the hallway over here. And we'll probably have the hallway just go all the way around this entire thing here, because why the heck not? Anyways, let me go ahead and get started on that, and then we'll need to start to build the railway underneath here that's going to collect all of our cocoa beans once they are popped off by the redstone detection mechanism. So let me get started on that. I'll be back. Alright everyone, so hopper minecart system complete now. It looks like this, and let me sort of walk you through how this thing works. So the hopper minecart will essentially always be right here. So we'll always have the hopper minecart right there. The only exception is when we get a farm activation, which again only happens when we have a planted cocoa bean reach the 3rd stage of maturity right here. So what happens at that point is that we detect this comparator changing state. This observer line activates rather, activating this redstone line, which then launches the hopper minecart. And then it goes through all these rails, zigzags through, collects all the cocoa beans, bounces off the wall over there, comes all the way back, zigzagging along the way, then comes here, dumps off everything into the droppers here, which then deposit into the chest, and then it just sits there until the next activation. And then the whole thing starts over again once it activates again. So it's a pretty straightforward system. You can see here if I just toss in a bunch of, let's say, bricks, for instance. Yeah, the bricks all make their way through these droppers here, just like so, up to the top chest. So that's fantastic. And yeah, the same thing happens with the hopper minecart when it comes back into the little station we have going on here. So that is that system, and I can just close this on in right here. You see all the bricks made their way up. Very good. So let's just close this off here. Very good. So from this point on, we basically just have decoration left to go. We obviously need to put down some type of floor here to cover up the rails and where the hopper minecart will be. We also need to go ahead and complete these tunnels. So the wall on this side needs to be completed, and we also probably want to put a wall underneath of the pistons, both on this side and on the opposite side, just so there's like a big open space in the middle where the actual farm is, and it sort of separates it from the tunnels on the side here, and a tunnel which will also be going down this side here. So we'll like dig out this until it reaches this portion down here. We'll have like a big rectangular tunnel system around this whole cocoa bean farm. That should be cool. So those are really the only things left to do, so let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so the farm is now complete, and this is what it's looking like. So check it out. Just a nice big open space with some jungle logs above here. Had to put some sea lanterns down the center to provide some lighting, both for the floor and where the cocoa beans are growing, so we can actually see like where we're planting and things. I also went with the green glazed terracotta, and I'm not quite sure about this. Let me know what you guys think. Should we keep this? Should we put in something else here? I wanted something green because, these cocoa beans are going to be like growing, so I wanted something promoting like growth, basically. So went with that, but do let me know your opinion on that. You can see we have the hallways done all around here. So this goes all the way around the central part of the farm right here. I was also, by the way, able to move this up to get this out of the way, so there wasn't a weird leaf just sticking out here. So the leaf is actually up there now. You can see the observer right behind it. Then this goes all the way around here. This goes to the Concord boardroom right here. So this is where we're at. And then this goes down here, which connects up to the Nether Wart farm over that way. So yeah, that is where we're at right now. Now I want to do a little bit of a test. We're going to put down 64 cocoa beans in this farm. So we'll do this and just go down like this. And then we'll do this side over here. Like so. And then we'll do this one. And just however far this takes us is how far we'll go. Obviously we could plant more than this, but for now I think this is probably good. There we go. And we'll have a few more over here. Apparently I missed one right there. But yeah, these should all grow up, and I just want to make sure the farm is working properly. So we should get more than 64 back here. You can see some of these over here have already started to grow up, and there's nothing in here. So let's just stand here, see what happens, and hopefully we see this farm harvest and everything be picked up. Oh, there it was. Okay. So yeah, you saw the thing updated. It grew to the 3rd stage. Now the cart is rolling, and we should see, yep, these cocoa beans being picked up. As you can see, they're disappearing. Fantastic. So that part worked flawlessly. Not all of them were grown up, but the vast majority of them were. Whenever you place down a random cocoa bean, compared to the other cocoa beans, that is usually a pretty representative sample of where the cocoa beans are at, like in terms of growth stage. So now we just wait for the cart to return and see how many cocoa beans we get in this chest. Alright, so the cart is back and has dumped off all its cocoa beans. Let's see how much we got. So, from the initial 64, we got an additional 74 cocoa beans just from that one stack alone that we initially input. So, fantastic. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And yeah, clearly we get more than we put in, so the farm works, and yeah, we didn't even have to press a button to harvest it, or, you know, chop them down manually, heaven forbid. So, yeah, this farm works, and I am digging it. I am digging it. So if we ever need cocoa beans, we can just come down here, place them down, and then just leave the area, come back later, and we'll have cocoa beans in that chest. Fantastic. All right, guys. So with that, that is going to be it for me today. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please do leave a like, and be sure to subscribe. As always, thank you once again for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.